So don't let your degree hold you hostage. There are those people, I have a PhD. You know how many degrees I have? That's a hostage situation right there. So when someone talks to you and is bragging about their certifications, please hold them and say, please, should I call an emergency services? That's a hostage situation right there. They have allowed their degrees to hold them hostage. They've allowed their academic qualifications to hold them hostage. Some people stack these certifications like trophies, right? You know how many I got? But here's the thing. Holding on to your academic qualifications in this age and time makes you economically vulnerable. Because the reality is that the academia itself is struggling to keep up with the time. The education system itself is struggling to keep up with the time. And so if all you have now are the same certificate from a system that is kind of outdated, think about how that impacts you when it comes to being relevant. When disruption hits, when things are shaking in an organization, they're not going like, who has a degree? Who has a PhD? No, does it work like that? Maybe it does in your organization, I don't know. Is that how it works? No, it doesn't work like that. They were looking for a leader who is firm, a leader who is not being moved by the waves of change, a leader who understands disruption, and a leader who can turn that confusion into momentum, irrespective of your qualifications. I was in Nairobi, and it's something to do, I think, with UN or something, and they said, unless you have a particular degree, no matter how good you are in an organization, one of the employees was sharing with me, you cannot be promoted no matter how good you are. So your promotion is based on, do you have this particular qualification? And I was like, that's insane. So there are still organizations that think like that. But in this age and time, a 6-month course could be more relevant than a 4-year degree. Think about it. If you go to upskill yourself now with a 4-year degree, it takes 4 years, 3 years maybe. By the time you complete that degree, the world would have moved on. Things are happening that fast. Everyone today is talking about ChatGPT as though we were born in the age of ChatGPT. This is an application that came into the market 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and completely disrupted the marketplace. Some people that started degrees before ChatGPT are still studying that degree. Exactly. So when you are relying entirely on your academic qualification, one thing you need, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but one thing you need to keep in mind is that artificial intelligence is collapsing elite professions. Because knowledge that used to sit in ivory towers is now available online. It's codified. So do not rely entirely on what you learn in a classroom or what your degree can give you, because AI is disrupting the entire elite profession system. You think of your lawyers, your accountants, your tax advisors, or all of these, they're softwares that can do any of these things better than an actual human being. So that is something to keep in mind.